Good evening. This is CTV News for Thursday, December 22nd. I'm Patricia Vallone. Well, a young man is shot dead and another is in custody after an encounter with Prince George's officers this morning. Our Rochelle Metzger was at the scene and spoke with police, and she's joining us now to tell us more about it. Give us an update on this, Rochelle.
Police were in the neighborhood responding to a call from a concerned resident. Around 8 o'clock this morning, uniformed officers responded to a call about a suspicious vehicle in the 4100 block of Byer Street in the Bradbury Heights area of Capitol Heights. According to the preliminary investigation, two officers, a male and a female, approached the car and saw two men who appeared to be sleeping inside. Here's Chief Hank Stawinski on what happened next.
Good morning. As they woke the individuals, the passenger immediately moved to exit the vehicle. Simultaneously, the driver of the vehicle armed himself with a handgun. Shots were fired by the male officer on the driver's side at the driver as he was pointing that gun towards the passenger attempting to flee and towards our officer. The driver of the vehicle is hit. The officers then immediately break the window out of the driver's side of that vehicle because the driver is unresponsive, extract the driver, placing him on the ground, apply a trauma kit, and begin CPR.
The driver, identified as 19-year-old Terrence Thomas Jr. of Capitol Heights, died at a local hospital. The officers were not injured. The second suspect was arrested and taken in for questioning. Chief Stawinski says the crime scene is still being processed, so it's unclear whether or not the suspects fired any shots. He also says Thomas may have been out on bond on a handgun charge. Detectives recovered two weapons, a handgun and a rifle, from the car.
My understanding is that that individual was facing charges, has prior charges, numerous prior charges. This vehicle does match a description for a vehicle that we believe to be involved in some robberies and shootings in this vicinity. That is not for certain, but that is one of the investigative leads that we are currently actively working on for you.
The chief says the name of the male officer who fired the shots will be released within the next 24 hours. The suspect in custody has not been identified, but police say he's 39 years old. It's unclear at this point what the two suspects were doing in the neighborhood, but police are looking into two possible explanations. Now, as you heard the chief say, they are looking into the possibility that this vehicle is connected to other crimes in the neighborhood, what they call a non-contact shooting that happened a few weeks ago, as well as some area robberies. They also tell us that the vehicle was parked out front of a house where a murder occurred on November 2nd. Now, they don't know for sure whether there's a connection there, but they're looking into it.
So it looks like we have much more to come on this story. All right, thank you, Rochelle. Well, a gas leak today at a Delphi Elementary School forces students out of the building earlier. Officials moved the children to Northwestern High School, where teachers took roll call and held class in the auditorium. Parents were notified via the school's emergency system. Washington Gas officials fixed the leak without incident. Well, are you planning to travel this holiday season? According to AAA, you will join more than 103 million Americans. Here at the New Carrollton Amtrak station, passengers were checking in or waiting on the platform. CTV spoke with some riders as they waited for their train.
It looks like it's pretty on time. Yeah. So everything looks like it's going to be on time.
And where are you headed this holiday season?
Norfolk.
It's already here. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting now.
It's on time.
It's on time.
My train, everything is going fine.
Right. And so there hasn't been any problems or at all?
No, none at all.
No,
None.
no, absolutely. Absolutely no, my love.
And for more information on times and train cancellations, you can visit Amtrak.com. Well, sightings of self-driving vehicles could soon be commonplace on one interstate highway. Maryland's Department of Transportation has submitted an application to its federal counterpart to designate a portion of I-95 as a future automated vehicle testing and deployment area. The portion would go as far north as Aberdeen and as far south as the D.C. Beltway. We asked local residents their thoughts on the concept.
Technology is moving forward. I guess, as long as everything is done in a safe way.
I don't think it's safe. A car driving somebody, I don't know how safe that would be.
Sounds very futuristic. Kind of scary though to me because the Tesla has something like that and it's known for crashing. So it sounds good, but it's technology always messing up. So
if it's self-driving, you don't know what it's capable of doing. So,
So you're concerned?
a little bit, maybe, just a little bit. I'm not driving yet, so, I mean, he got to be concerned. He my driver, my stepfather. So.
And the state responded to the federal government's request to designate a select number of proving grounds across the nation in hopes of understanding long-term impacts of the technology. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Ballone.